All right, so welcome to NoFap day 355. It is currently about 8 a.m. And yeah, I snoozed for about 1 hour today, maybe 45 minutes. Not great at all. Nothing I'm proud of. But my sleep schedule has been quite fucked up the last while, and I've wanted to kind of progressively overload my way to a earlier wake up time because I like last night I didn't want to set the alarm at 4 a.m., which should be my wake up time because I was like, I didn't want to incur the risk of me potentially just falling back asleep after waking up. But okay, that's how it is. But yeah, man, I don't. Obviously, we're gonna get back to the normal schedule, which is 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Bedtime, and 4 a.m. wake up. So yeah, man, that's the plan. But today wasn't the day for that. But okay, I woke up. I felt it really difficult to like get out of bed. Yeah, I heard some voices in my head, they were telling me to just get the fuck up. I was just like, let me stay in for a little longer, and I was like, okay, let me instead of risking me falling back asleep or whatever, let me just let me grab my phone and like check some stuff. So I went onto like Instagram and checked some self improvement content. I went onto Pinterest and checked like looked at some like self improvement quotes and stuff like that. Like nothing, weird content or anything like that, but just kind of to awaken myself, which I know sounds weird as shit. Like, why are you laying in bed looking at social media, right? But yeah, I don't know. I felt like I just wanted to get out of bed, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't like fall back asleep or anything like that. So I did that. But yeah, man, then I just fucking went out of bed, whipped myself into like clear consciousness, and yeah, man, here we are. So yeah, dude, I'll I'll have a cold shower after this. Then I'll get my clothes on. I got them right there, and I'll make my bed. And I don't have any school today until like 12:30 or something like that. I usually have school from about 8:30 or 9 until like 11, 11:30, 12 in the morning. But today my class was canceled during the forenoon. So yeah, I've got more free time, and I've got like one fucking big assignment, or yeah, pretty big assignment that I need to hand in and shit. The deadline is like next week and shit. So I might as well just take this opportunity and do as much as I can before I have to go to school. But okay, it is what it is. I personally don't like school at all. I don't think it's useful for me at all. I think the information is way, way, way fucking like it's super outdated and everything like that. Like, why the fuck would I learn about calculus or like fucking advanced maths, like whatever, fucking integrals or whatever, like functions, like it's just gay, like derivatives. It's obviously completely useless, and basically all other subjects as well that I have are useless. Like, why should I learn about fucking Swedish literature? I'm from Sweden, so why should I learn about Swedish literature from the 1700s? Like, why the fuck? How the fuck does that improve my life? It doesn't. I could spend that time to improve my life much more effectively. So yeah, and then obviously I'm in a pretty fortunate situation with school because I only have like 5 weeks left of school, and that's it. So like for my entire life, like I'm in my final year of high school. I'm 18 years old, and yeah, I'm not going to fucking I'm not going to uni after that. Maybe I will do like a quick like course on online university or something like that. I like do like fucking online education, which some of the universities in Sweden provide, like online courses. Because then I can get some money from the government and shit like that. Because we get like a pretty minimal amount, maybe a few $100 a month or something like that from for going to university in Sweden, which may seem like mind-boggling to you. Maybe you got to pay for your shit in your country, right? Like the formal education, which is obviously a scam, but yeah, either way, we get like a few $100 a month, and then if I do that, my parents will also like pay for my food and pay for my shelter, so I won't have to move out or anything like that. So I might do that, but obviously I'll never continue it past like absolute necessity, right? So, probably what I will do is just get a normal part-time job when I finish high school until I can self-sustain basically through my online income, through my own business. And yeah, I'll probably just get a part-time job because it's like either way, I'll have to spend like, call it a few, maybe, you know, 20 hours a week plus on this thing. Like, I'll maybe not 20 hours with the like university course, the online university course. Maybe I'll have to spend like 12 hours, let's say, because it's like, you know, let's say 4 3 hour like lectures per week. But that's still pretty like pretty substantial, and I get like fucking 400 $300 for that shit in the Swedish currency. But if I take a part-time job, then I'll get maybe like, 1,500 bucks or whatever. Let's say $1,000 after taxes or any or shit like that. Let's say it's like a 25 hour a week thing, including commute, whatever, something like that. So it's like it's significantly more money. But it's just like a matter of what do I prioritize? Like, do I prioritize basically getting no money and getting a bunch of my time back, or what do I like? What do I want to do? Um, because yeah, for example, if I were to go to like a physical university and commute there and shit, then the time would be significantly more, maybe like 20 hours a week for that shit, which it's obviously like illogical. Like, why wouldn't I just take a normal 9 to 5 job if I get fucking 4 times more money or shit, or some shit like that, 3 times more money for the same work? So it's like, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, just like the big, the big point that I want to convey is that like I for sure despise the education system. I think it's like I don't think they teach anything valuable for basically anyone. At least for myself, for sure not. At least not nearly as valuable education as I could get online for free on YouTube whenever the fuck I want. Without having to study like a fucking mule for years and years to go in to fucking be accepted into this university. So yeah, either way, more on that shit later this year, I guess. I'll keep you updated with these vlogs and stuff. How my school work situation will be this year and stuff. Because I for sure think that I will be able to self sustain from my online income maybe later this year or early next year. So it's not going to be like a huge period at all that I potentially go to university in that sense, like do online classes and stuff just to get the fucking money and get my parents to pay for my shit or take a 9 to 5 job. So, but if I have to, I'll do it. So, okay, cool. So the plan for today is that I'll do that stuff. I'll have a cold shower, get my clothes on, make my bed. Yeah, my bag's already packed, and then yeah, I'll just like do as much work as I can on the fucking assignment, which I got to do anyways. I may as well, right? Just want to get it over with. And then after that, I will have lunch. I'll probably have some eggs and some high protein yogurt. It's like a specific yogurt that we have here in Sweden, which is like fucking insane. It's like 10 grams of protein per 100 grams of yogurt, which is fucking crazy. So I'll probably have some of that. Maybe like call it a 800 calories, whatever. Maybe 80 grams of protein, something like that. That'll be my first meal. Maybe I'll have some other stuff as well. Maybe some oats, and yeah, maybe we'll push that shit up to like 1,200 calories. So yeah, we'll say maybe 100 grams of protein because I'm bulking right now, so I want to be quite diligent with all of my macros and stuff. So yeah, but then I'll hop on the bus to go to school, do the fucking class. It's an entrepreneurship course, which it's not really about. I mean, some of it is about entrepreneurship, but most of it is just bullshit. But okay, it's all good. I'll do some of that shit there. Um, yeah, I think my class ends at like 3:10 or like 3:20 p.m. maybe, and then I'll come back, or rather, at 1 p.m. I'll have the first call with my NoFap accountability group, which is like a private group that I have on WhatsApp with my coaching clients. It's like a free group, but I only accept people who are like I deem really committed, who to me would have a high likelihood of actually not checking off, and they would be willing to put in like uh, you know work into this stuff, and they really want to stop jacking off. So it's basically people that join my free school community. I then contact them, and I see if they if I think I could help them. And then if so, then I'll for sure invite them to the group. But we've had a lot of guys in the group, but a lot of them actually have been quite inconsistent with showing up to the calls and whatnot. And I haven't wanted to accept that or promote that. So I've like kicked out a lot of the guys from the group because they weren't as committed as the kind of person that I would like to help. So but yeah, we're like 7 guys currently. I think we're like 6 guys plus me, so not a lot. But yeah, we're doing great work, man. We're making great progress, and yeah, it's going well, bro. Obviously, I will expand that in the future in the upcoming months and whatnot. I'm pretty sure, significantly. But yeah, man, for now, that's what's up. And I'll have the first call with them. I have 3 daily calls, one at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and then 7 p.m. Um, Central European time, like my time in Sweden. And yeah, I'll hop on, ask the guys if they're jacked off, hold all the motherfuckers accountable. Today, I want to speak to the guys about a specific kind of new method that I'm thinking about in terms of NoFap that I'll go into greater detail maybe later today, or we'll see when. But I've delved into it in one of my videos on my channel, but I'll for sure speak about it more in the future, so you'll hear about it. And yeah, that's it. I'll have the call at 1. Just fucking sneak out of class. That's it. And then I'll finish class. I'll go home. I will have the second call at 4 p.m. And then I will eat food, my pre-workout meal. Probably have some oats. Probably maybe some rice, like basically whatever's at home. Maybe some more high protein yogurt. I think it's called Quark or like Skyr, like SKYR, but it's not exactly that, but it's pretty similar to that shit. So I'll have that. Um, and then yeah, maybe whatever. Like if there's any like peanuts, like or maybe some walnuts at home, I'll probably have that. If there's like some meat at home, I'll have that. But like some whole foods that are rich in, let's say, protein and some like carbohydrates for some of them, because I want to have carbs for my bulking stuff. So yeah, man. After that, I'll go to the gym, hit some legs. I haven't hit legs in a fucking long time, bro. Gotta get more consistent on that shit. But yeah, I'll hit some legs, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Probably some RDL, some leg extensions, some calf raises, some um, what else? I mean, maybe some squats. I've never really done squats. I've never really kind of got the gist of them. Like, uh, or that's not the word. The gist. The gist is like fucking cum. I've never got the gist of them. Uh, I don't know. I like stable exercises where I can just focus on like squeezing the muscle. Um, yeah, maybe some. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll do some Smith squats. We'll see exactly. I'll probably get like like really consistent workout routine as well, and I'm building that. And but yeah, I'll train legs either way. And after that, I'll come back home. I will eat my post workout meal. Probably that'll be like my dinner, basically. Maybe like maybe not exactly like directly afterwards when I come home. Maybe like an hour like later, if for example if my father is cooking some food and it's not done yet, then okay, I'll let that slide. It's all good, right? I don't need to get it immediately, even though that might technically be better for the muscle, like the hypertrophy stuff. It's all good. um yep. And then I'll meditate. I want to get up to 30 minutes of meditation a day. I think that's more than feasible. Like at the very least, I could just meditate during recess in school. Like I could just go into the fucking toilet and meditate. That like I could for sure do that. Yeah, I should probably do that. And then I could also like I usually have time to meditate in the evenings as well if I just don't consume any bullshit content or anything like that. So yeah, let's start doing that shit. And then I will um yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll have the final call with the boys at 7. So most guys join at 7 usually, and yeah, I'll ask all the guys like, have you jacked off? Have you jacked off? However your urge has been, like from 0 to 10, how difficult has it been to not jack off? I have a quite big database at this point with a bunch of stats from asking the guys in the group, like, okay, have you jacked off? How difficult have your urges been, and so on, to get a better understanding of this issue from for young men, and usually how the tendencies go in terms of like when they get the hardest urges. Is it after day one? Like, is it on day 1 or 2 of NoFap, or is it usually after a week or a month? Like, when is it usually? So, because like for me, I haven't jacked off in like almost a year. I think it's like a few days away from a year. What is it like? What did I even say? Like 350. I mean, okay, not a maybe not a like a full year, because I guess 365 would be a full year, and it's like, what is it? What did I say? 355 or something? Or whatever. When I started this video. But yeah, like for me, I still get sexual urges like all the time. Like when I was in bed, like I had fucking a huge morning wood. Like I wanted to, like, or I had the desire to fuck, right? But I never feel compelled to grab my dick. Like I don't, the thought of jacking off doesn't cross my mind. So it's like, it's never really difficult for me at this point to not jack off. But okay, I guess that's kind of what happens when you stop doing something for a long time and the association kind of breaks in your brain and stuff, the neural pathways, whatever. When you haven't experienced the reward from an activity in a long time. So yeah, man. And for the guys, like, yeah, it's kind of like that for, I I think our most successful member so far, he hasn't jacked off in like six, maybe like 60. I think we we said it, like, I think we counted it to like 67 days a few days ago, so maybe it's like 70 days or something. And it's the same kind. It's basically the same for him. Like, he doesn't really feel like jacking off. He just feels like fucking. So I guess that's a good point to get to, because I think for sure it's a natural desire. But yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'll ask the boys if they've jacked off, and obviously flame anybody who has, and just kind of delve deeper into it and be like, okay, how did it actually happen? Like, why did you behave like a fucking imbecile? What made you do that shit? And yeah, just try to learn more about this problem and help the guys, and yeah, get better as a coach. So yeah, and then after that, I'll unwind for bed, just kind of have a hot shower after training. I don't want to have a cold shower, because that, I think that's pretty bad for your hypertrophy, in terms of like, you could just have a hot shower and not get any worse gains. Like, you usually will get, according to the science, like worse gains if you have a cold shower after you work out, because it's like shocks your system or some shit like that. But before, it's pretty good, or it's really good, because you get a spike in dopamine, like motivation and drive and stuff, like physiologically. So yep, I'll have a hot shower. I'll brush my teeth. I will get into bed and just like journal a little bit on my phone. I like to put the red color filter on to block out as much blue light as possible. So you can basically go into settings right now if you want to try it, and click on, I think it's accessibility, and then text, or like a display and text size or something like that, and then click on color filters. This is obviously an iPhone, but you should have some similar like feature on Android as well, I'm pretty sure. And then you click on like the color tint, color filter, and then you click enable, and then you bring the intensity all the way up, and then yeah, your screen should turn red, and a lot of the blue light should be eliminated, because the blue light is typically what will prevent you from having as great of sleep as you could have. And so yeah, usually we want to get red light into our eyes at nighttime if we want to have great sleep, right? So because if we think about it, like the sunset and like the sun, it's not like blue. Like, if you think about it like a campfire, like the sources of light that humans have had for like hundreds of thousands of years at this point, or millions of years, like at nighttime we haven't really viewed like bright blue light except for the moon, right? But that's not a strong light source, right? And it was like fire, or and like the sunset. And if you think about what colors they are, they're usually like yellow or orange or red or even purple sometimes. Like the sunset could be that. And yeah, bro, it's like, I think it's a good habit to get into if you are going to use your phone at nighttime, which you obviously don't have to. But if you are, I would recommend that. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, I just do that because I like to journal for like maybe 5-10 minutes on my phone at nighttime, usually like 10-15 minutes, honestly, because I've got a lot of stuff to say. But basically, like these videos, I'm documenting my journey, but maybe I'm discussing some more private stuff that I'm, not ready yet to disclose to the public or whatever. Maybe some stuff that I would need to like add a huge amount of context in order to be comprehensible on these videos. But yeah, just in all like some most of it is actually like basically what I'm saying and doing in these videos. Either way, so it's just another way of documenting my journey, like kind of internally. And yeah, it's like imagine having a fucking like a catalog of you, or like a database of you, like for years and years and years, like, just every day, like just writing down what you did, how you felt about the day, what you are like yearning and hoping to have happen in the future, like what you're looking forward to, what you felt about this thing, what you felt about that, what you um, feel like you should be doing in this area and whatnot. Like these details often get lost in the ether of time. Like you can't really remember what the fuck you did on June 20th on in fucking 2021. Like you probably wouldn't be able to tell me that off the top of your head. Maybe if you went into your photos and you had some particular photo there, then maybe. But like in general, you don't remember your entire life, which is like completely normal and natural, right? Not saying that you should, but I think being able to tap back into your database like that and just see what your younger self was going through and what he was doing and what he was thinking, I think that would be fucking sick. Because if I could do that shit, let's say with my 10-year-old self, that would be lit. Because I have a lot of great memories from that time, and I was doing some cool stuff. And yeah, I've always like derived inspiration and motivation from um, like kind of reminiscing about the past and remembering what my younger self did and what he went through and stuff like that. So yeah, I just really like the idea of documenting my journey, which obviously is is a huge part of why I'm doing these videos, right? But yeah, man, cool. So I'll do that, and then I'll read a chapter of a fiction book series that I've read since fifth grade. It's called Warriors by Aaron Hunter. It's about feral cats in clans, like big groups called clans in the wild. And they have their territories and they fight off intruders and they hunt for food and they forage for like plants that they use as medicine, and there's like a whole kind of political system, not like with presidents, like but like if you think about what politics is, it's like how do you distribute power over a group of people, basically. Um, so there's a bunch of politics there in that sense, and they also have their own religious kind of system, and it's really interesting. It's like a there are only over 100 books in the series, and I've read like 55, 56, 57 of them. I'm not too sure, but something like that. And yeah, I've always loved them. I've always loved animals and nature and wildlife. And the book series. It's like categorically fucking like whatever categorized for 9 to 12 year olds, which is really which might seem weird as fuck me to say, and me still reading that shit. But yeah, I mean, I started reading them at that age, and I never got off the hook, bro. I've always been, yeah, I've loved them ever since. And yeah, I just like to read one chapter before bed. I think it helps me fall asleep, and then apart from that, I also just really enjoy it. I feel like I derive a lot of motivation from reading them, just like remembering the books and my love for them and the characters and whatnot. I feel like that helps me in my normal grind, in for like in some way. And yeah, bro, I'll do that. I'll read a chapter and I'll usually take some notes during. I'll like write down some word that I don't understand, because like the books aren't like for kids. I would like they're the fan base is global. There are like over 80 million copies that have been sold, and the I would say the fan base is probably one of the most like engaged and active ones like of any kind of franchise. Like I've never seen anything like the Warriors fan base. If you go to, for example, like if you go to Reddit and like reddit.com or whatever it is, like slash warrior cats, it's like the community is flourishing and people are doing like original characters all the time, and they're doing artwork, and it's like the franchise is like 20 years old, and the fan base has only grown bigger and more active. So it's I think it's a great franchise and community and great book. So yeah, I like to read one chapter before bed, and That's it, man. And then I'll go to bed and wake up and make one of these 25-minute long clips again. I've literally been sitting there speaking for 25 minutes. It's real interesting. I feel like I can speak a lot better like in the mornings. I think specifically when I haven't had anything to eat, as opposed to later in the day, for example, at 1 or 4 p.m., whatever. For example, I've noticed that yesterday with the boys on the calls, like I was mumbling my words a lot more. Fucking did that shit right there, but I noticed that I was significantly less articulate on those calls yesterday. And yeah, maybe there's something to do with like when you fast, when you don't eat anything, you typically tend to be more mentally sharp or whatever. And yeah, maybe something that I want to look more into in the future. Like I for sure think that, and I for sure I've kind of known about this notion for quite a long time, for years now. And I for sure think there's something to do with like when you eat a lot of food and a lot of your body's energy goes towards digesting the food because it's actually the most energy consuming process in your body. I think it's like at least one of them. And I think it makes sense because we usually get like quite tired and lethargic when we've had a big fucking bowl of oats or whatever, right? So yeah, man. But yeah, I enjoy making these clips. I didn't like 26 minutes. I didn't intend to make this kind of reverse summary like the plan for the day this long, but I guess I decided to spit some game for you and the boys, right? So that's it. But yeah, man. Without further ado, let's get into the bathroom and hop in the cold shower. Let's do it. Ah, all right. Fucking hell, man. Amazing. Bro, I swear I'm feeling great like just after this, bro. Like fucking 2 seconds after this. It's incredible. All right, so it's 9:47 a.m. right now, and I've looked at some stuff that I got to do in school today. Obviously, I made my bed and did all the other stuff, but yeah, man, I decided that I'll have my lunch now, basically. So it'll be kind of like a brunch, right? I'll see what's up, probably some eggs and some high protein yogurt, and then I'll go to school, do my kind of studying there in the school library because I got one of the books that I need to use as like fucking a reference to my whatever essay thing. Like I need to provide a source, you know. Can you cite the study? Like fucking geek shit, bro. It's so fucking gay. Like, oh, if you don't believe me, you can look at this book and this page. Like, shut up. Like, if it's true, bro. I don't like this shit at all. But yeah, it's only a little bit left. Gotta get it done for the sake of my parents' sanity, right? That I finish high school. But okay, cool. I'll go there after my food and I'll do the fucking work, right? And like yeah, like in my locker I've got one of the other books that I need to like use as a source for my study. And the third one I don't have, but I'll just use the online PDF because like that should it'll it'll do. It'll have to do, you know? So okay, that's it. Because there's no library that has them, I think, or maybe actually one of them, but I'm not sure I can actually get it in time because it's not like it's like somebody has borrowed it. Like it's not in there currently. So and I would also have to like apply for a fucking like a library card or whatever to actually like be able to borrow books and shit. But okay, it's all good. I'll use the PDF version. It's the same text anyway, so it should be good. Okay, cool. Let's have some food. Got 'em. 6 beautiful eggs, 500 grams approximately of high protein yogurt, about 70 calories, and 10 grams of protein per 100 grams. So yeah, man, like 350, let's say 300, 300, like somewhere in that range, calories, and then about 50 grams of protein. And this should be about maybe 500 calories, maybe slightly less, maybe 400, something like that. Probably in the neighborhood of maybe like 34. No, yeah, it's like maybe 30, 40 grams of protein. So yeah, pretty decent, like 80 grams of protein, like plus, and yeah, like 800 calories. Nice, man.
with this extra level of energy, of emotion, and more serious.
And we have this bowl of oats as well. So yeah, should for sure be surpassing 1,000 calories with this boy. Yeah, let's get him. So I finished the oats now as well, and I'll just edit and post yesterday's video before I go to school. So yeah, let's get on with it. All right, so it's a little past 5 p.m. right now, and I've come home from school. I had my call with my NoFap accountability group. Nobody had jacked off there, at least not today. One of the guys who had jacked off like I think 4 days, like a few days ago, he hopped on for the first time, and so we went through some of that. But yeah, otherwise it was a nice call, pretty long, like 40, 45 minutes. But yeah, then afterwards I had my meal of oats and chicken wings. Nice combo, right? Maybe not the most standard one, but yeah, I don't really give too much of a fuck about like food fucking standards, like what people consider to be typical food combinations, right? I just eat like for utility. Like, will this propel me in my bulking goals? Like, do I get the required amount of calories and protein from these foods? And that's pretty much it. Obviously, still I want to eat like healthy and stuff, not consume too many seed oils or sugar. Like I'll stay away from that because I'm on a dopamine detox and I don't want to eat a lot of like stimulating palatable foods. So yeah, I'm gonna have that. That would have been like 1,000 and maybe 400 calories and like 110 grams of protein. So like really fucking good. And we should be up to like um what's that? I guess like 2,000, like 2,000, maybe 2,000. Like the first meal was like 800 calories maybe. I can't even remember, but like over 2,000 calories, like 100 and maybe 150 grams of protein. I'm not sure, something like that. So yeah, still gotta have a fucking big ass dinner when I come home from the gym. But I mean, until then, let's hop on the bus, or actually, let's hop in the car. I'm pretty sure we'll do. And yeah, man. Then fucking smash some legs. Let's do it. Ugh. All right, nice one. Um, no, we should definitely get some straps next time, bro. Yeah, doing this shit without straps is fucking nightmare, bro. So okay, so it is about 6:40 p.m. right now, and I've just come home from the gym. I drove back home, and I've arrived here in my dungeon. So yeah, man, I'm gonna have some dinner shortly after this. Probably some rice, some chicken, some oats. I'll still got like 1,500 calories left, and my protein is pretty good. But I'll still get some more down, like 200 grams plus a day is what I'm aiming for, and like 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day, somewhere in that range. I'm currently like 86 kg, although I haven't really weighed myself in like 2 weeks or 1 week or something, but I should be at about that weight. And yeah, so I'm eating quite a lot. I'll have a shower before I eat, and then after the dinner, I will have the final call with my NoFap accountability group. There's one guy who hasn't joined any calls, like any of the two previous calls today, so hopefully he joins, and I'll make sure to message him and stuff to just remind him, hold him accountable. That's what it is. And yeah, I'll do the call, hold everybody accountable, fucking make sure nobody jacks off like a bitch, right? Yeah, man. And yeah, that's the plan, man. After that, I'll brush my teeth, um, journal, read before bed, and yeah, just go to bed after that. I want to wake up at 4 a.m. Tomorrow because like that is the wake up schedule I would like to have, like 8 to 4. So yeah, let's make it happen. Like I don't actually feel like, at least for somebody like me who is relatively young and stuff. Like sure, okay, you want to get a lot of sleep because your body's still developing, right? I'm 18, but I do feel like I don't like I shouldn't need that much sleep. Like I'm a young, right? I have quite a lot of energy. I actually think that consistency in your sleep schedule is probably more important, obviously to some extent, than your actual sleep volume. I think there are some signs to support that. Obviously, to an extent, like not if you sleep for 1 minute a day, always that's a different thing. But I think if you're sleeping more than like 7.5, 8 hours a night, I mean, I feel like I should be pretty good. Like if I had slept from 8 to 4 every single night for the last 5 years, do I think that I would feel groggy or things like that? Do I feel like I would be sleep deprived when I woke up? I don't think so. Um, yeah, man. It's like I also want to have a lot of time before school every single day to just lock in and work on my own stuff. That I think will really move the needle in the long run. For the things that I want to make progress in, like this NoFap stuff, like my NoFap community and helping guys with NoFap and eventually making money and stuff. So yeah, man, let's try and do that. Oh yeah, we'll see exactly how I do it. Like I've got my wake up lamp at my mother's place, which is like I guess like 2 kilometers from here, my father's place. So I could go get it. I would like to save as much time as possible though, because I don't think if like I'm not sure if I'll be able to go to bed on time if I do that. So we'll see. But either way, I'll just use my phone. Probably like I don't like if I could choose. I don't like I wouldn't want to wake up. For example, my father who's in the opposite room, like just behind this wall, at 4 a.m. because like I feel like the iPhone would have a higher likelihood of doing that than like a wake up lamp that kind of slowly, gradually increases its volume. Um, we'll see, man. It's a lot of speculation right now, but I'll figure it out. Let's hop in the shower now and just have some dinner afterwards. Let's do it. Here we got about 500 grams of rice, about 800 calories. Nice man. We'll have some chicken as well later on. All right, so here we got them. About 15 chicken wings, 1,000 calories, 100 grams of protein, water, all fucking paper. Yeah, nice stuff. It's actually about 7:30 p.m. right now already, so gotta hurry up. Okay, so it's about 7:54 p.m. right now. I've just finished my meal and I've just brushed my teeth as well. So it is time to go to bed. I will be journaling on my phone for about 5 to 10 minutes with the red color filter enabled on my phone to block out as much blue light. Oh, fuck. Blue light as possible. Okay. And then I will be reading in my book right here. Maybe you can't really see it right now, but it's there. And yeah, I'll be reading a chapter of that, and then I'll be going to bed. That's it, man. I actually do have my fucking my wake up lamp right here, which I didn't even realize just like an hour ago when I made that clip. But yeah, I'll be using this guy, and yeah, we're gonna put him at 4 a.m. and I'll put my like laptop on my desk and shit so I can start working on the fucking indoctrination camp slash school assignment that I gotta do that is due this week. So just want to get fucking over with. Yeah, I really look forward to not having to do this shit like the school stuff in the future because I've only got like 4 or 5 weeks left of school, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, man. As you can, as you might have seen there, or actually, let me do this. Maybe you could see that. Hopefully, you could see the light at least. So it's pretty bright at this time in Sweden in late April. But yeah, we're just gonna deal with it. I do have an eye mask somewhere, maybe at my mother's place. But yeah, well, like usually I'm not that sensitive to that stuff. At least I haven't been in the last like almost year. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's it, bro. Let's install this guy. Let's plug him in and put the correct time in, and then go into bed. That's it. I'll say good night right here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for bringing me accountability on my NoFap journey. And I should mention that actually, like in terms of NoFap today, I've had quite a lot of sexual urges and thoughts in school, at the gym, some at home. But yeah, I think I've been dealing with it really well. I've been meditating away from them, like pretty much immediately after getting them, the thoughts and whatnot, which basically just means that I've been like manually directing my attention away from. I've been like manually thinking about something else, and yeah, like no fucking, obviously not jacking off or anything or anything like that. So yeah, bro, we're going strong, and I want to bring more guys to this place, man. I I don't know a lot of guys that have gone a year without jacking off. So it's like I want to bring this kind of transformation to as many guys as possible. So yeah, these vlogs are just the beginning. I can tell you that of that mission, and I will not leave this industry, this area of men's self improvement, the same. You know, you'll see what I mean in due time. But until then, may Star Clan light your path always.